created us to be me.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Golden Baby channel. Finally, I am back with a new video. I'm your host, Sage, behind the scenes, and today I actually have a surprise video for y'all. I know it's not the video I said I was going to be posting. I'm having a couple issues. Like, it's just a lot going on. So Zeus uploaded the teaser, not the trailer, but the teaser for the new season of Baddies. This is going to be season 3, and it's going to be Baddies West, out of the West Coast. And y'all, I really wasn't going to have anything to do with this show anymore. I wasn't going to do any content on it. I wasn't going to watch it. Like, I was just so over it. But I was thinking, and last season, I really tried to give y'all like a couple reviews. I tried to do a little bit more content on that. Tried to have like a little thing going on my channel surrounding Baddies South. But I fell flat. I did like 2 videos and I just disappeared. So at this point, I kind of feel like I owe you guys content on this season. And I mean, why not? It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. So I have no idea when this new season will air, but the promo is here. So let's get into the teaser. Let's get into the things that we saw. We're going to get into some of my predictions. But I first want to start off with just a couple things about Zeus as a whole, because you guys know before I left, I was talking about pretty much reality TV. A big part of that had to do with Zeus. So as of right now, Bad Boys Houston is just non-existent. Like, we haven't gotten any information other than Natalie Nunn said that the show will air after Baddies West, which I'm not really understanding why. I mean, I guess so. Zeus has their own way of doing things. Doesn't really make sense to me. And I also realized that the main reason for the Bad Boys Houston auditions was to have people to come on to Bobby Light's show. I definitely peeped that, and that's kind of embarrassing. At this point, Zeus is more like Chyyy Network, and while we are watching her be a super WWE champion across multiple shows, Jocelyn is finding another light-skinned stripper hoe to be her unofficial bodyguard, all the while letting her know she will never be better than Beyonce. Speaking of, Beyonce's doppelganger herself, Lollipop, was at the Baddies West auditions, and I'm not understanding why. I don't know why she thought they would put her on Baddies. I mean, it's just, the girls on Jocelyn's Cabaret just don't, they belong on Jocelyn's Cabaret. If I was Lollipop, I wouldn't have went on there unless I got paid, so I hope she got paid. Meanwhile, Natalie is out here trying to be the biracial Sukihana. And am I the only one who tried to watch Bobby I Love You Purr or whatever it's called, but couldn't understand what was really going on? Like, it was just fights on top of fights on top of fights on top of fights. And all I know is that the dude in the wheelchair brought his caregiver, and the caregiver started hunching on somebody, and then Rolling Ray tried to roll somebody over. That's all I got out of the episodes that I watched. Now, moving on to actual Baddies West. I did not watch the auditions because at this point I know better. These auditions are just extra content for Zeus. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to pick any people from the auditions, or if they do, it'll be 1 or 2 girls like they did. I know there was a lot of drama on social media, a lot of fights. Some girl went viral on TikTok because she ended up supposedly beating up Bree, or Scotty got in a fight and people were trying to fight Jayla. Like, it was a lot going on. But like I said, there were only 2 women from the auditions who made it onto the actual show, and that is Razor and Biggie. Since I didn't watch the auditions, I feel like it's unfair for me to have too much to say about these 2, so I will just leave my commentary and opinions for when the show airs, and I may have to go back and watch the audition so I can get an idea of who these girls are anyway. Then we have DJ Sky High, who was obviously a DJ. Apparently she's Krishan's friend. She's been around here and there, and supposedly she got robbed a few months ago after partying with Krishan. Other than that, I don't really know too much about her, and right now I just kind of don't care. So moving on to who we know, my predictions, and the little bit that we have seen from the teaser. Roly Poly Snack Meals. I'm confused on why she's back. No shade to Miss Roly, but the last time we saw you, other than at the auditions, you were talking about how you're getting older, you're going into your 30s, and you don't really want to operate in this type of atmosphere expeditiously. So I'm confused on why she's just a part of the cast. I was thinking that if she was going to come back for season 3, I could definitely see her with her own office in each house. I guess they're going on the road again. Or her own quarters, and just her being a mediator, a commentator, working beside Natalie to get the girls the actual bag, whatever that bag is. But I guess we'll just have to see what Roly has to bring us this season. Scotty is back, and I really want her to clear up what Roly said about her and Natalie on that vacation, because after those pictures, They just look a mess. I really want Scotty to redeem herself because I really wanted to like her. Natalie is Natalie, and at this point, I really want her to step back into the EP role that she's supposed to have. I'm tired of seeing her. One thing about Natalie is you can't say that she didn't build an empire just off of being one of the OG bad girls, but at some point we have to evolve and we have to progress, and Natalie is going into her 40s soon, and I just feel as though, not to put a time limit on it, but it's like, it's time. I'm surprised Kat is on a season of Baddies because I would have never thought she would agree to do a show like this, and I would much rather see her elsewhere, but I know a lot of people, including myself, are interested in Kat. She was a fan favorite of her season on BGC, but after BGC, she just kind of faded into oblivion, so I mean, it's good to see her. Tommy and Krishan are two peas in a pod, two passengers on the same boat, in the same sea. They really don't need to be on this show. We already know what it is with Krishan, and judging how Tommy behaved on the audition show, she has not changed and has not let go of the alcohol. So it seems like both of them may have an alcohol problem. The only way I would be okay with seeing these two on this show is if Zeus would get them their own therapist and we could watch them kind of work through therapy and then, you know, also be ratchet, because they're gonna be ratchet. But we know that's not going to happen. Then we also have Lauren from Bad Girls Club. Honestly, I didn't like her back in the day. Not sure if I'm going to like her now, but maybe she'll change my mind. And finally, I'm looking forward to seeing Stunner Girl and what she has to offer. Now, from the teaser, we really didn't see much. It's mostly just Natalie calling out their names. We see that people are going to be fighting. A lot of people seem to think that Krishan ends up fighting Lauren from this scene right here. And if that's true, then it's so crazy to me how all these girls from past seasons of shows like BGC who were fan favorites are coming onto Baddies years later and not living up to their name like last season's Persuasion, Bree, and I'd even say Jayla to an extent. I haven't seen the fight yet. No one's seen it yet, so I can't say. But it kind of looked like Krishan may have been getting the best of Lauren. But then again, it kind of looks like she was missing all of her hits. But I was just surprised because I didn't expect Lauren to be just getting knocked over onto the couch like that. So now it's time for my predictions, and my first prediction is that Scotty is going to be up under Natalie's butt cheeks, but I do see them getting into it at some point because Scotty may be Natalie's real life friend, but she knows Natalie's personality as an entertainer is fake as hell, and I don't think she likes that. At some point, Krishan's going to start getting on people's nerves. It's only so much babying that they're going to do before they get tired of her, and that's just a natural thing. With how far we've gotten with getting to know Krishan, I feel like if she's wrong and nobody's calling it out like they love to call out other people, I'm gonna know for sure that it's because they're afraid of her. Because why not Krishan but everybody else? There were a lot of moments on last season where Krishan should have been called out, and I noticed that either people continue to just baby her, maybe they were kissing her ass, or they didn't call her out at all, or if they did call her out, it wasn't as intense as when they called out everyone else. I get Krishan is young, but she's about to be 23, I think, in March, and that's not 16, 17. That's not 13, 14. She's a grown woman, and after next year will be going into her mid-20s. So I don't want to see no more babying Krishan. I get she's had a rough life growing up. I get she has a lot of growing up to do. I get that she has this, that, and the other, but baby, everybody has this, that, and the other. Everybody has this, that, and the other. Whatever this, that, and the other is. At some point, we got to stop babying her. I don't want to see no more babying Krishan. But I know in this season, everybody know Krishan, if they are treating her differently than other people, if she's doing the same mess she did, like how she kept going after Slim, and ain't nobody saying nothing, it's because they're scared. I think Tommy's going to end up seeing a younger version of herself in Krishan. I think Natalie's going to be annoying as hell. I think we may get some meaningful conflict this season, meaning like every fight might not be over spilt milk. Hopefully Zeus has learned that we need to see what's going on. Like, I don't want to keep seeing, oh, well, we're fighting right now, but we're fighting because such and such threw some water, threw some milk, got mad, walked away, was fussing at us last night when the cameras was off. Like, no, Zeus, I need you to, at this point, you got your funds up, hire more production, hire more camera crew. We need to see what's going on and why these girls are fighting the next day. If not, I mean, even record it on your camera. on a phone camera. I'd rather see that so I can judge for myself and have my own opinion when it comes to them fighting. Because when Chrisean and Slim had the issue, all we know is that some water was thrown and somebody was mad and walked out, and then Slim all of a sudden started talking about water bottles. Like, we didn't see a water bottle. We didn't see not nail water drop. So how are we supposed to understand the full extent of what's going on when stuff is popping off when the cameras are off? I understand Zeus is a smaller network, but we don't have this problem with other networks, so I need them to get that part together. At least you caught Jonathan with the chair on the phone and we got to see that part. We just need to know what's going on. So I said earlier, I don't really want to say much about the new girls, but I feel like a lot of people are going to like Razor. But I feel like, just based off little clips that I've seen, just the little clips, you know, don't take my opinion and run with it, but I feel like she's one of those girls that people are going to be hyped for, but she's going to fall flat. From what I have seen in the clips, she was giving very extra, and that's entertaining at first, but eventually people get tired of that and they move on to someone else, and usually it's the underdog. I don't think I'm gonna like her, but we're gonna see. So in conclusion, I don't think this Baddies show will ever live up to the BGC standards. I don't think any season that they put out is ever going to live up to BGC. As long as Natalie is the EP, it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna ever touch BGC, but it may be better than last season because we did get auditions and we did get the drama from that, and then 2 girls from the auditions made it onto the show. We do have some OG fan faves like Kat. People did like Lauren. Chrisean is back. Then you have Tommy and you have Stunner Girl. I think this is an okay cast. So I do think it's going to be better, but it will never be BGC. Make sure you drop down in the comments. Let me know your predictions for this season, and be on the lookout for more reality TV reviews, commentary, and documentaries. I will see you guys in my next video.
And if you call me a bitch, make sure you put Baddies in front of it.
She back to the bone.